Hey, this is JP Hesser from Castaway 7 Studios in Ventura, California. I got Keith in, Tsunami V-15, brought it up. Played the guitar part. I did on one of the videos that we're putting together. I think we have like a 45-second clip of a track that I've been working on. Just kind of like a super funky bit. We had the bass guy drop some 3 different bass guitars over that, and then I hit some single note staccato-y guitar parts with it, and we just did the same deal. We ran this directly into the rig, and just instantaneously got like your Nile Rodgers like sound, you know, the sound of Chic and like the really funky Daft Punk like touchy guitars. That was just super easy to do. No amp setup, just boom, plug it right in, drove it, pulled it back on this bit, did some tweaking on the EQs, which we might even have a picture. I'm not sure. There might even be a picture of that, of our settings for the guitars up there. Did 3 guitar parts, just like 3 single note harmony parts, and really fun to like to create that kind of world without the amplifier, you know. So I have it all right here. Rhoads, same bit with the Rhoads. We ran the Rhoads accessory in and outs on the 73. We ran the accessory in and outs through this. I believe we just went in and out, in and out on that, which was really easy to do. And then I took the two line levels that come off of the Rhoads Power, went into 2 preamps, stereo preamp, and dropped that on the track, which is just a little. There'll be a little bit on the video of the part. That was really cool. Of all the things that I worked on today in the keyboard world, just immediately with Rhoads, it can be too bright and belly, and you can have a ton of bottom, which can be uncontrollable when you're just trying to find a nook for that instrument. Having the ability to, again, set a straight flat level across the top for the tone that I like, and then pulling back a couple bumps off of the secondary channel and bringing that in. The more that I use that 12AX7, it takes a little away from this top channel, but it's adding in to that mix. It was almost in a detraction type mode that the more I used, the more it was pulling out of the mix. So in terms of surgery, within a few minutes, you know, you have your Rhoads tone dialed up, and it's just like using a pedal, a phaser, delay, or a boost pedal, or some other bit that you might want to put into the rig on a Rhoads. That was just like a no-brainer. Immediately, that was added the extra tube warmth. We talked about this. We didn't think there's, you know, you don't normally have like tube interaction with a Rhoads. So the fact that like all of a sudden you've got 2 tubes and a handful of EQs that you can play with that are really easy and just to move around and really work in terms of the points that they're moving content with the bass guitar, with the guitar, with the keyboard. All 3 times that I worked on the EQs, they all worked. None of them went like, oh, that would just be really good for the bass, but didn't work for anything else. That doesn't really make much sense, but it works. That you have 3 different instruments all working off of the same 2-point EQ times 2. Super fun. So we're really looking forward to like what's to come with this. I am excited, like I said, to run it in the real world and be able to put it into a session and see how it's going to sit with a cabinet power supply. Also being able to, you know, back it up against other sounds that we have here and how it's going to fit into the workflow. It just makes it really easy. And I know that our session guy had a great time today working through it, and when we found like the right tune, it was just like boom, it's just the track just sat, the tone just sat right in the track. That that means a lot to me in terms of an initial setup, and know that I don't need a half an hour to just be close. We were ready to go relatively quickly, and we were switching bass guitars, and we were playing around with a bunch of different things before we settled on where we wanted it to land. But we could have taken the very first thing that we did within the first few minutes, and that's a sign of like pretty cool unit, you know. I think I felt that the first time around, that there was some great juju in this box, and you know, I'm really looking forward to spending more time with it and utilizing it, you know, as a powerful like tube front end for, you know, keyboards and, you know, cool guitar bits. And we had discussed earlier about like the Vetus MD7 has an insert point on the front of the 500 series preamp, and how cool it would be just to like throw this thing in the line of our track if we had like a mean old kick drum that was doing something fun, and it's like, let's just see what would happen if we put a tube on it. So immediately you got like a patch in and out, you're running into something like this, you're driving it, you're pulling EQs out and doing whatever you want to do to it to make it weird. Practical and super fun, weird box. Like being able to play around with something like that. I'm all about just like, give me something fun to play with, you know? So I wish the best to these guys. They've been super good to me. Tsunami crew has been the hub for fixing some Neumann cables of ours for some of our mics, and they just look great, and they always get the attention when people come in, and this is just another like fine product that I think is gonna, you know, really start to move things around for these guys, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm glad to be part of the crew and have the opportunity to sit with Keith today, and to where the videos are going to come out and see how everything sits, and hopefully you enjoy, and you know, down the road, I'm looking forward to what's next, and I can't wait till we can get one in here so I can use this thing all the time.